You're standing on a bridge. Maybe you were on vacation, maybe just walking to work. You look down, and for a second, just a second, a strange whisper came from somewhere inside your brain. Jump! You pulled back. You looked around to see if anyone noticed, because in that moment you were scared of yourself. Am I crazy? Do I want to die? No, you're not crazy, and let me tell you something else. That whisper might be the most life-loving voice inside you. It has a name. The French call it l'appel du vide, the call of the void. And in 2012, a psychologist proved that the people who hear it are often the ones who want to live the most. In 2012, Jennifer Hames at Florida State University published a study. Its title, An Urge to Jump Affirms the Urge to Live. She asked 431 students one question. Have you ever, while standing somewhere high, felt the urge to jump for no reason at all? The result: more than half of participants who had never experienced suicidal thoughts, who had no depression, who were satisfied with their lives, said yes. More than half. This phenomenon isn't a symptom of depression. It's not a sign of mental illness. It's something a normal brain does normally. So what is the brain actually doing? That's where it gets interesting. Picture this. You approach a high place, the oldest structure in your brain, the amygdala, fires the alarm before you even think, wow, that's high. It pulls your legs back. It speeds up your heart. It screams, retreat. This reflex comes from millions of years ago. It was coded so that an ancient savanna ape could balance on a tree branch. The ones who couldn't died. You're the descendant of the ones who could. But you're not just that ape. You're also a human with a slow part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. The part that thinks, questions, and asks, what just happened? And here's where the theory begins. Your amygdala pulled your body back one fast. Your conscious mind is trailing behind, slow, and it doesn't understand what just happened. So it makes up a story. I pulled back because I wanted to jump and stop myself. That's the call of the void. It's not a death drive. It's a mistranslation. You didn't want to die. Your body wanted to live. Your brain just delivered that message in the wrong words. But wait, it doesn't stop there. This doesn't only happen at heights. The urge to swerve into oncoming traffic at 75 miles an hour, the pull to drop an expensive vase in a store, the fear of suddenly squeezing the baby in your arms, not the wanting to, but the being able to. In psychology, these are called intrusive thoughts. And in 2014, Adam Radomski's international study showed that more than 90% of people across 13 different countries experience them, from Canada to India, from Japan to Brazil. Culture doesn't matter. This isn't a disorder. It's part of being human. So why is it so widespread? Think about it. Our ancestors' brains were constantly calculating one question. What could I do? Could I jump from this rock? Would this fruit kill me? If I take this path, will the lion see me? The brain is a simulation machine that tests possibilities. And every thought it generates isn't an order. It's a scenario, a what if. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar argues that the human brain grew this big precisely because of its ability to simulate scenarios. So that voice saying jump isn't a command, it's a scan, a calculation. Here's the problem. In your ancestors' mind, this calculation ran among real dangers. In your mind, the same calculation runs while you sip coffee on a 40th floor balcony. A moment your ancestor experienced maybe 10 times in their life, you experience every day. The top floor of the mall, the airplane window, the hotel balcony. Your brain isn't broken. You just entered a world it wasn't designed for. And that old system is still running, still trying to protect you every single day. Now think about this for a second. 300,000 years ago, a savanna ape balanced on a branch and didn't fall. We had ancestors. And that ape's brain carried this miracle all the way to your brain. That voice, the strange whisper you hear from time to time, is actually a gift. Because that voice doesn't tell the story of how many times life put you in danger. It tells the story of how many times you survived. It isn't saying jump. It's saying, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still protecting you. Maybe this is the beauty of modern life. The systems our ancestors used to survive, we can now use them for something else. To find meaning, that ancient animal is still inside you, still awake, still saying, I want to live. Maybe the only thing you need to do is not silence it, but listen. The next time you're standing on a bridge, a balcony, or the edge of a cliff, and you hear that familiar whisper, don't be afraid of yourself. Smile, because that voice is the oldest, wisest, most life-loving part of who you are. It's been keeping you alive for 300,000 years, and it's still here,